Pisces, we're doing your love reading, Pisces, for the month of June 2018. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising in love, right? In Pisces, in love, yes. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see, Pisces. This is your love reading, Pisces. What can you expect to unfold, right? What is coming towards you? What is up in love for you this month? Pisces, let's see. We're going to shuffle 3 more times and we're going to get started, Pisces, with your love reading. One more time. The first card represents your love life, Pisces. Let's see. There's a link down below, Pisces, for those of you that are interested in a private reading. That link will take you directly to my booking site for those of you that are interested in a private reading. Let's get started. We have the Two of Swords. This is the state, right, of your relationship or in love, right? Some of you aren't in a relationship. Whatever the case, in love, we have the Two of Swords for you, Pisces. This is indecision, being stuck at a crossroads. Perhaps there is something before you, a decision perhaps, something that you have to see clearly, that you have to process and see it for what it is, right? Which could be a little difficult. Could be a little confusing as well. Two of Swords. There's a need to confront a reality. Let's see. Stalemate, not moving, frozen, right? Let's see. Let's clarify this Two of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is being in your head, feeling stuck, feeling restricted, limiting beliefs. This is a person that, well, they see all kinds of blocks, right? Obstacles before them. For many of you, this could be you or someone else, someone else's energy. Whatever the case, this is what is influencing, impacting your love life. Not being able to see the possibilities, perhaps. I can't do this, I can't do that. How is this possible? Being in your head, someone here, and well, entertaining some pretty negative thoughts that create blocks here that don't allow for room for growth. That is the Eight of Swords. Also, this Eight of Swords represents illusions, right? Whatever is being entertained in this Eight of Swords is false. Is based out of fear. And it serves absolutely no purpose other than to, well, create anxiety, difficulties. Let's see. Many of you waiting for a decision, could be wanting to make a decision as well, but you could be feeling restricted here by your circumstances, your environment, for example. Let's see, Pisces, what to keep in mind, something to take note of, Pisces. Let's see, Pisces. I have my shamanic drums playing this time, different music. Let's see. We have the Eight of Rods. Again, action, right? Favorable circumstances. For many of you, if you're wondering, right, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Perhaps you're thinking, right, like, perhaps maybe you don't see a way out, or you don't see the possibilities, how something could go your way. For example, you could be thinking the worst. Eight of Swords, that's what happens in the Eight of Swords. And well, because of that, right? Because you can't see what's before you. You don't really know what's going to happen. You don't do anything and you remain stuck. So if this is you, Pisces, this is something you should keep in mind. The Eight of Wands is favorable circumstances, being in a very good position here to take action. The Eight of Wands also represents communication, receiving news, right? Comes out of nowhere. Let's see. We have the Six of Swords. This is acceptance. The Six of Swords is overcoming challenges. This is also accepting that wherever you have been, for example, whatever position you've been holding, whatever environment you have been in, whatever you have been sustaining, it's no longer favorable. It's not helping you, and there's a need to confront it, process it, and move on, because there is something waiting for you on the other side that is better. You might not know where that destination is, right? That's the whole thing with the Six of Swords. This person doesn't know what's on the other side. All they know is that they have to take this journey. They have to do this because what they're leaving behind is not helping them anymore. And anything is better than that. For many of you, this could be why we have this Two of Swords, Eight of Swords here. Lacking that clarity, that reassurance perhaps, and being consumed by fear, doubt. Being a pessimist, but mainly full of fear here. Six of Swords. Move, go. Eight of Rods. What's happening right now? That is something to make note of. Let's see what's happening right now, Pisces. What's happening right now? Pisces, what's happening right now? Pisces, Pisces. We have the Last Judgment. Look at that. You're being asked to confront the past. Someone is being asked for that. This is your spread. We'll see. The Judgment. Reflecting what's in the past that well, needs to be put to rest, needs to be confronted, processed, and learned from. The Last Judgment is a rebirth, and in order to have a rebirth, a brand new beginning, you have to leave something behind. If you do not, you're not going to have this rebirth, right? You're not going to hear this call, right? You're not going to be saved, right? That's the whole thing about the Judgment. You're not going to hear that trumpet, right? That's what happens on Judgment Day, right? The dead rises. Well, you're not going to hear it. You're going to stay there, buried, right in a coffin. You don't want that, right? Last Judgment is happening now. For many of you, the past came back around. It's at your door. Remember me? Can you put me to rest? I need peace. Let's see. You're struggling with this. We have the Page of Cups. This is you, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be a love matter. Could also be another water sign here of significance. Could be a younger one, a younger person as well. Let's see. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next, Pisces? Let's see. What's going to happen next, Pisces? We have the Four of Swords. Contemplation, being in your head. Also, not doing anything. This is kind of like the Two of Swords, only here in the Four of Swords, you're no longer blinded. You pretty much know what's going on, right? And you're having to take a breather, right? Sit down, have a moment, get some air, right? Breathe. So what are you going to do? That's the Four of Swords. That person is overwhelmed and they're frozen, right? They're just laying there. And pretty much what's going on here is that this person has to replan, because whatever story plan they had before, well, it's no longer going to work. So they have to rewrite their story here, plan for the future. That is what is required. This is also recovering, being in a meditative state, right? The Four of Swords is a person that is coming out of the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is the heart, right? With the three swords in it. For those of you that are familiar with the Rider deck. Who isn't, right? It's very popular. And here in the Four of Swords, you're pretty much recovering from that Three of Swords, which is sorrow, pain, difficulty, right? Difficulties here in love, especially so in this reading. It's a love reading. Let's see. Let's get another card for the Four of Swords. Let's get another card. We have the Fool. There's a need here to take a leap of faith, to take a risk, to follow your heart. For many of you, you could also be waiting, right, for someone to come back around. We have this Four of Swords. This person's just laying there. But mainly what I'm getting here is that you're contemplating back and forth here. There's a need for a new beginning, right? Judgment, the Fool here in the future. Contemplating that. For many of you, you will be taking that leap of faith with the Fool. The Fool doesn't know what is before them, right? What happened here? Sorry guys, I was getting a call. Sorry, let me see. Let me see. There we go. Be Fool. Let's see. Let's clarify this Fool for you, Pisces. We have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is the no one's a loser card. For many of you, right, this Five of Swords, pretty much what's going on in the Five of Swords is two people, because it takes two to tangle, right? Minimum two people here that pretty much were operating, right, on their ego. So perhaps a disagreement here. This is just a random example. Fighting and pretty much a lot of pride going on here, back and forth. And here with this Five of Swords, usually there is a person that wins, right, that has the last word. For example, does something that is well, less than honorable here, right? And well, they move on with this false victory, right? Empty victory. And no one's a winner in the end, right? Everyone's a loser because well, these two people are left with nothing. They didn't win anything, and they're left there alone. For example, especially here in this love reading, right? Two people who have feelings for each other, have a strong connection, and well, things happen, they go their separate ways, and well, they're both empty-handed, right? And all that's left is hurt feelings, right? And someone's left with regret, with a lot of guilt. So the Fool in this Five of Swords is in the future, I feel strongly that you're being called to do this that you want to do. For many of you, there's a sense of guilt going on here. Could be the other way around here. Choose what side you're on. And there's a need to make things right, to move forward, right? Five of Swords can also represent forgiveness. Let's clarify this Five of Swords. For many of you, this could also be why you're not moving, because you're thinking, well, I'm going to take this leap of faith, right? I'm going to move forward and I'm going to be confronted with this Five of Swords. Right? This Five of Swords all over again, perhaps. Could be so. You could definitely run into that Five of Swords, especially if, well, especially if that other person is, well, if you were the one, right, that had that empty victory, right? Let's see. Advice, advice, advice. For many of you Pisces, you are going to take this leap of faith. You're going to move towards this Five of Swords. Let's clarify. I forgot. I said I was going to clarify. We have Justice. Look at that. Making things right for many of you. Five of Swords and Justice. This is Libra, the Justice card. The Last Judgment is Scorpio for some of you. Clarify this Justice for you, Pisces. Let's clarify this Justice. Making things right. Setting the record straight. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Communication. For many of you, well, what I'm getting here is there might be someone waiting, right? On guard. I feel someone's going to be a little defensive. Knight of Swords. This could be you. This could be them. Knight of Swords. But we have the Justice card here. So everything is going to be made right. Or should I say, everyone will get what they deserve, right? Everything is going to be made right. Let's see. Which is neither good or bad, right? It's just paying a debt here. We have the Ace of Swords. Truth, communication, redemption. This is advice, Pisces. We have the Five of Pentacles. This is loss. This is being left out in the cold. And this Four of Pentacles represents holding on. For many of you, the advice here, Pisces, is pretty much have the courage. Be brave. Find that inner strength here, right? Take this sword. Have honor for many of you. Could be the other way around as well, right? Someone coming back here. I strongly feel that it's for an apology. Ace of Swords, right? Redemption, victory, honor. What is right, what is wrong. Especially so here with this Five of Swords and this Justice. Your present circumstances is pretty much something's eating at your head. Someone's head here. And it's about leaving someone here. Out in the cold, right? Out in the dark. This could also be you, Pisces, if this is you feeling that way. Not doing so well, right? And this Four of Pentacles. Holding on. Not wanting to give up that seat, right? You find yourself in a pretty comfortable spot. Especially so if this is you here with this empty victory. That means absolutely nothing. Because truth is, we have this Five of Swords here. You're being asked, the advice here is pretty much to do the right thing. For others of you, someone's going to be coming in here. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords. This is the Queen of Cups. That's you, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be another water sign. Let's see. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. Having to overcome fear. Face, right? The future, your fate, head on. And know that that is going to make everything right. That is going to bring you peace. We have the Knight of Rods. Could be a fire sign here, significance. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands is very courageous, very brave. It's the explorer, right, of the tarot. Loves challenges. Loves to conquer, right? Having to take this Knight of Wands energy and move forward. Let's clarify this Four of Pentacles. Clarify this Four of Pentacles. Let's see, Pisces. Here we go. And right at the bottom of the deck, look at that. What did I say? Find peace. That's the Temperance, also Sagittarius. And then we have the World card. This is Aquarius. This is Capricorn. The Four of Pentacles is a false sense of security. So knowing that whatever it is you're holding on to, it's all an illusion, especially so with the Eight of Swords, right? In this Two of Swords, there's a sense here of out of mind, out of sight. But nope, it's not how it works, right? Here in this Two of Swords, this Eight of Swords. False sense of security, need to let go, and well, the World card is here. There is an ending, there is a new beginning, also closure, wrapping things up, sealing the deal, right? That is advice. That is what I have for you, Pisces. This is your love reading. If you like and resonate with this reading, please do like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Pisces.